Lagay, may beer ako dyan. Hello guys. Yeah, we go here now. And then we can... Pagkikuha nga ako. Okay, ano yan, naka-video. Okay, sige, okay.
Alright, we are now here in Blue Lagoon. Okay.
Guys,
Yes.
a bit cold.
It's so cold. Freezing cold. But we're right here in Blue Lagoon. Okay.
Amazing.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Pwede mo ko ang sandal. Okay. Taking picture first, guys. Okay, we go now. I couldn't take more. Huh? You know, this is the mask, guys, and then after 10 minutes, so I will wash here in the water. I will take away this one after 10 minutes. My sister is there. You know, the water is warm and a bit cold here. A bit cold. Hello America. Hello Philippines. Hello Norway. We are lucky. We are lucky, guys, for the weather. It's helped. Fantastic, and sunlight, you know, a bit sunlight, no rain. Now it's windy, guys. It's windy. Lots of people, lots of tourists. And tomorrow we have a tour. Another tour. Hello Sharon. Diyan pa ito puti. You know, that's white. We get the mask, guys, so we will see what's going on in my face. I think it's a bit softened. Okay. See you later, alligator. I will go inside there.
Di pa magkuno. Wala size pa.
Blue Lagoon. So I bought this one. This one I bought this. It's over 6,000 islands. Iceland money. Blue Lagoon. Mahal sa Blue Lagoon, guys.
And yeah, if you want to go somewhere else, you let me know. I can drive you anywhere in Reykjavik. So we leave this beautiful lava field, 800 years old. You remember I told you we got the moss. Yes, this moss, we don't step on the moss. So if you have the chance to walk close to a lava field, don't walk on the moss, because after a few steps this will just die and disappear, and it takes many years, many decades, centuries sometimes for the moss to grow again on the volcanic fields. And it's important because then, thanks to the moss, some small flowers and plants can grow on the volcanic rocks. And this is basalt. Most of the rocks in Iceland are basalt. Basalt is 90% actually of the rocks that we have on the island. And now you see the big geothermal power station, if you look to the right. So they made this one in the 70s. So we have all the electricity to the Reykjavik airport, to Reykjavik, and all the hot water from here. And when they built this power station, then the Blue Lagoon was created, what you see now on the right side. This was not on purpose. They didn't know that it was going to create a beautiful lagoon like this. Some people started to take a bath there at the end of the 70s, and they figured out that it was very good for the skin. So a few years later, in the 80s, they decided to open this as a spa. And that's where, yeah, it smells like sulfur, the smell of Iceland. Yeah, so we have a few geothermal power stations like this, the best energy we can find in Iceland. So now we drive back to the highway, the one that we have between Reykjavik Airport and Reykjavik. And soon we will be in the city of Reykjavik. Very big, 1 kilometer long, 1,000 people work here. And this factory is using 25% of the electricity produced in Iceland. And we have 3 of them in the country. So we have 75% of our electricity for aluminum smelters. They are all from North America, from USA and Canada, like Alcoa, if you know Alcoa. So they came to Iceland to produce aluminum because the energy is so easy to produce here with the hydroelectric power stations. Or geothermal power stations, but for each aluminum power plant they built a hydroelectric power station. So they import everything, all the bauxite from other countries, because we don't have this in Iceland. They change it to aluminum, and then they ship it abroad, and they work 24 hours a day, every day of the year. So Iceland is producing 2% of the aluminum in the world, but for these American companies. We have this water, this is the Atlantic Ocean here, and if you look to the left in the distance you see some sound. This is the Geothermal Beach of Reykjavik, Neothermal, we call it. And they put some hot water there, so the water is not so cold, but it's still cold. But then there is a hot tub on the beach and it's 40 degrees Celsius. So it's a very nice place to go because then you can enjoy some hot water and then go to swim for a few seconds in the cold Atlantic Ocean. Yeah, a few seconds. I think my record, the personal record is 45 seconds, not more. But some people stay a few minutes. They are used to it, to the cold water. Yeah, we don't swim in the Atlantic Ocean in Iceland. It's too cold, except for a few people who like it. But most of us, we can't do it. Can't stay more than 1 minute. So this is a nice place, the Geothermal Beach. It's just behind, close to the domestic airport, if you look at the map of Iceland. And if you go, I don't know if it's open tomorrow, the National Day, but you can go during the next day, this year in Reykjavik. You will find a lot of Icelanders, especially during the weekend. And now we are almost there, the first stop already. So I hope you had a great day, and maybe you come back one day in Iceland. So you saw the summer. Today was like summer, like a typical day of summer, with good weather, a bit of rain, a bit of sun, and a warm temperature. It's warm. What we got today. Now sometimes it's better, of course. We can reach 20 degrees, 22 for the very good days. Today it was around 13. So this is the average of July. The day like today is a normal day of July, the warmest month of the year. So it's quite good what we got. And if you come in winter, it's not so cold in winter. It's between -5 and +5 most of the days. So around so it's not so cold if you compare to Norway or Canada or even north of USA. But because of the wind, it feels very cold actually. It's very, it might be very windy. It can be, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes we have good weather with no wind. So if you come back in winter, you can see maybe the frozen waterfalls, the snow, ice. But it's not guaranteed because sometimes it's more rain. Maybe you see the northern lights if you're lucky. We can see them from September to end of August, actually even earlier until April. But the best time for the northern lights is from beginning of October until end of March. So hopefully you'll come back to Iceland one day. And maybe in winter, if you don't like darkness, don't come in December. We have only 5 hours of daylight in December. But we still have some daylight, so we can still do the tours. That's why I like February better, because the days are long enough to enjoy being outside also, and still be able to see the northern lights, February or March. So here we are. Thank you again for joining the tour. Yeah, I had a good time also. Thanks to all of you. You are great people, and now you can enjoy your evening. And tomorrow is the National Day of Iceland. And make sure you don't forget something in the bus, because we often can find something like a swimming suit or some shoes. I found once. I don't know how it's possible. Or some cables for your phones or your phones. Yes, make sure you have everything. And here we are for the first ones at the Hotel Hilton. Welcome back home to your beautiful places, to Maine and Louisiana. Yes, yeah. Columns of basalt made by volcanic eruptions. And Harpa also, the music hall, the opera house close to the harbor. You see the windows, they also have the shape of these hexagonal columns of basalt. And the black color also. So the architects wanted to represent the Icelandic nature with Harpa when they built this opera house 11 years ago.